I had been recently reading a theorist from the early 20th century, and his name is W.E.B. Du Bois, and he's a theorist who coined a phrase called double consciousness. And I find that that is sort of the way it explains to me looking at historical art, because the way I see it is there were two things that happened. One was that you have all these European painters who came, and basically they were romanticizing the landscape. And so you get this exoticism of what it looked like. And on the other hand, you get the grittiness of people who actually live there. And things like, actually more in literature than in painting, but Susanna Moody's Roughing It in the Bush, you get this rough, difficult life of the day-to-day things. So it's both close up in the way that people actually dealt with living in the land, and a real romantic notion that you get from a distance. So it's close up and far away at the same time. And I think that historically, until a group of seven came along, seemed to me the way that Canadians looked at the land. So that was the first thing. And then once they came along, there was a different, it seemed to me, a different consciousness about their role in nature. But they actually brought both together. They were both living in it, and they had their tents and their very temporary kind of housing that they lived in the bush in. And they also were looking at a realism, and yet, to me, it's romantic as well. You get a sense of the beauty and the grandeur of nature, and it's the other. There's actually a fear of the forest that I find. And so it's removed as well. There is a distancing. And so you get that duality again in their work. But this time it's